stream time again. Well, this was a normal first Tuesday of May. Then Fox Hunters would be, well, should be specific. The new Missouri Fox Hunters, not to be confused with the old Missouri Fox Hunters. We have some things in common. The one thing we don't have in common is that we're all alive. So that's why we are the new Missouri Fox Hunters. And if it was a regular first Tuesday of the month, we'd be at the Whiskey Ring. But right now, the Whiskey Ring is open for curbside pickup alone. And we're not playing curbside yet. So, till we can, gonna do you some of the Fox Hunters tunes. Some of the ones that I wrote, and you know, the ones that I usually sing. We're missing our other two members, the Wild Turkey Nick Pence and the boss Alina Wheeler. I'm just the old granddad. But to make it feel like normal, got some Stag beer. Here's our theme song. There's a fox in the briar, a fox in the briar, wild rose on the edge of the mire. Somewhere in the shire, somewhere in the shire, I'm told there's a fox in the briar. From the south lanes of Brighton to Nottingham, northern, the words in the pubs cross the aisle. There's a fox in the briar, somewhere in the shire, nearly all recognized by the sound. There's a fox in the briar, a fox in the briar, wild rose on the edge of the mire. Somewhere in the shire, somewhere in the shire, I'm told there's a fox in the briar. Fox hunters behind every ledge, wall, and burrow. From a tenderfoot tracker to an old limey sacker with a vision to the edge of the world. Oh, there's a fox in the briar, a fox in the briar, wild road on the edge of the mire. Somewhere in the shire, somewhere in the shire, I'm told there's a fox in the briar. Brain is a thorn in your vein and can cut through your heart as a blade. You may find this hunter dead by the old stag's head, and the fox will be resting on my grave. Oh, there's a fox in the briar, a fox in the briar, wild rose on the edge of the mire. Somewhere in the shire, somewhere in the shire, I'm told there's a fox in the briar. Oh, there's a fox in the briar, a fox in the briar, wild rose on the edge of the mire. Somewhere in the shire, somewhere in the shire, I'm told there's a fox in the briar. Oh, I'm told there's a fox in the briar. All right, fox in the briar. Also, much like the New Missouri Fox Hunters regular set format, just gonna keep changing instruments. Me and this banjo had a bit of a disagreement last night, but I think we're good now. You're still out playing music and not a bit surprised. Some solar storm took us and others by surprise. I know the very moment it happened and she entered our lives. The labor, the striving, the intention of my life, oh, but to be inside the womb of the ride, and on a mundane level, the future's blind and bright. It is just a feeling of knowing a call to some richer life with Sylvia as the guiding light. Oh, love and strength and radical hope amidst these crazy times. That's one called Sylvia, where the tune was written by me and the banjo, but the words were all from a letter from my friend Chelsea about what's going on, moving from Knoxville to the sticks of North Carolina, somewhere outside of Asheville. And that's how things are going with her. All right. And guitar time. So this one was written by Marty Licklider or Licklider. I don't know how to say it because he's one of the original Missouri Fox Hunters and that dude's dead. So I don't know who to ask about it. But somewhere up near Ashtabula, somewhere up there in Ohio by the lakes is where the New Missouri Fox Hunters eventually moved to because that's where the radio work was for him. But this is one he wrote about being back home called Down by Missouri River. Down by Missouri River, my little sweetheart and I, hand in hand, we would wander, watching the water roll by. Now those days are gone forever, and I wish I could live them once more. Down by Missouri River, down by the sycamore. winding over the hills and the trees, where Missouri moon is climbing. That's where I long to be, all hand in hand together under that sycamore tree. Oh, where the Missouri moon is climbing, that's where I long to be. Where Missouri River is winding, that's the only place for me. Yeah. Down by Missouri River. Original Missouri Fox Hunters were based in St. Louis for a while before they went to Ashtabula, Ohio. All right. Here's another song of mine. Doesn't involve singing. Usually involves some bones. I haven't figured out how to play bones and banjo at the same time yet. This one's about well, it's not really about anything because there's no singing, but it's named after a small intersection somewhere southeast of Kansas City named Nassau Junction. Nassau Junction. All right, where does that put us? Back over here. Here's one. So, another song I wrote that I think originally might have started as a Groundhogs song. That was a band I was in for a while that occurs only on Groundhog Day. So it doesn't happen that much. Here's one that I wrote a long time ago. And it's not really about me, but someone may have said it. I'm the worst person in the world. I'm the worst person in the world. I'm the worst there ever could be. I'm the worst person in the world. Ain't nobody worse than me. I had me a peacock that danced in my yard with a rainbow stretched across the backside. But when that bulldog come around, that peacock runs and hides. And I'm the worst person in the world. I'm the worst there ever could be. I'm the worst person in the world. Ain't nobody worse than me. I had me a bulldog that watched over my yard, the meanest bulldog ever was. But when that tomcat comes around, the bulldog makes a fuss. And I'm the worst person in the world. I'm the worst there ever could be. I'm the worst person in the world. Ain't nobody worse than me. Me a tomcat who lived in my yard, all rowdy and dusty and mean. But the tomcat is the only one, don't take no good from me. And I'm the worst person in the world. I'm the worst there ever could be. I'm the worst person in the world. Ain't nobody worse than me. I'm the worst person in the world. I'm the worst there ever could be. I'm the worst person in the world. Ain't nobody worse than me. Ain't nobody worse than me. Alright, worst person in the world. In the whole darn world. Alright. Well, a couple more here with just myself. Do you want to do commercial time now? Seems like we've gone a while without doing commercial time. That's kind of a little point of any televised broadcast. That's how you play for some tips. The virtual tip boot. Yeah. And a thank you to extend the St. Louis Arts and Music Fund, providing a bit of relief in these strenuous times. All right. And things for sale. You can buy all kinds of stuff on the internet now. Delivered safely to your door. I don't think that they've opened record stores back up again. And considering the amount of money I'm making right now, which is not much at all, it's good that record stores aren't open. You can't see the record collection at this angle, and that's probably for the best. Oh boy, all right. Here's one that I credit only to the banjo. The banjo's namesake, Caroline. You hear that whistle come across the plains. Oh, Caroline, here to catch that old Katy train. Oh, Caroline, on the platform in the rain. Oh, Caroline, oh, Rose by another name. Oh, Caroline, Missouri River is wild and tame. Oh, Caroline, in my heart I feel the same. Oh, Caroline, hear that whistle across the plain. Oh, Caroline, here to catch that old Katy train. Oh, don't you miss that old Katy train. Oh. Well, speaking of the old Katy train, might have my first socially distanced acceptable gig again. Don't worry, it's on the old Katy line in Pierce, Missouri, which makes Marthasville, Missouri look like a giant town. Pierce is located between Marthasville and Treelore, just north of the Missouri River. And pretty much I sit there on a porch, and there might be some people kind of in the field, or you could ride your bike by there, look at some corn they use to make the corn cob pipes. And that's pretty much about what goes on. There's no PA, so get close enough to listen, but not too close. Don't get too close. It's hard to sing with a mask on. So one more from just me. One of the older songs that the Fox Hunters do is if we do any new songs. This one I always like to throw out there. When you get people a little older than myself, and I try to talk to them about music, and I tell them something they don't recognize, and they say, well, that must be that new music that all you kids like. You wouldn't know anything about old music. You're not old enough. And I was like, oh, so what is it that I don't know about? And they're like, I like music that goes all the way back to the 70s. And I say, What do you mean the 1870s? Because that's what I like. And here's one from the 1870s. Then done by the Carter family. And Mac and Bob? Mac and Bob, that was a good one. In the 20s and 30s when they were doing it, when music was readily electronically recorded. This is usually one of the closing numbers of the Fox Hunters. Once again, wish we could be here as a full band, but, you know, in the by and by. I'll deck my brow with roses, for the loved ones may be there. The gems that others gave me will shine upon my hair. And even those who know me will think my heart is light. Though my heart may break tomorrow, I'll be all smiles tonight. I'll be all smiles tonight, love. I'll be all smiles tonight. Though my heart may break tomorrow, I'll be all smiles tonight. And when the room they entered, the bride upon his arm, I stood and gazed upon her as though she were a charm. And once he smiled upon her as once she smiled on me. But they knew not what I suffered, for they found no change in me. I'll be all smiles tonight, love. I'll be all smiles tonight. Though my heart may break tomorrow, I'll be all smiles tonight. I'll be all smiles tonight, love. I'll be all smiles tonight. Though my heart may break tomorrow, I'll be all smiles tonight. I'm signaling to Kelly about to come into the room as a little precursor to what's about to come. More beer. All right. No, I forgot we're going to do a couple others that I sometimes do with Fox Hunters. Fox Hunters portion is not over. Here's one. By some information, well, by a group Jim and Jesse McReynolds, the Virginia boys. This is another thing when people talk about who's the oldest living country legend and what's going to happen and all that kind of stuff. Jesse McReynolds is the oldest living one I can find. I think he just turned 90 and still plays the Opry when they allow the Opry to go on. He developed, or at least made famous, the cross-picking mandolin style, which to do it like he does it, you can watch a video, it's hard. It is not easy. But Jesse's still alive, still playing his mandolin. This is a good waltz of theirs. Apparently written by Don Wayne. I don't know who Don Wayne is. I never met him. But this is a long, long way to the top of the world. All right. 1, 2, 3. A young fool filled with greed, I let ambition rule me like a hunger that gnawed at my soul. I worked hard, made my fortune, lost the heart of my darling. She grew lonely, and her love soon grew cold. It's a long, long way to the top of the world on a rough road that winds round and round. It's a long, long way to the top of the world, but it's only a short fall back down. I'm a big man with money, but at love I'm a pauper. Now I once held what another man claimed. I've reached the top of the world, but my heart's at rock bottom. I can't make love to fortune and fame. It's a long, long way to the top of the world on a rough road that winds round and round. It's a long, long way to the top of the world, but it's only a short fall back down. Yes, it's only a short fall back down. Yeah. All right. Here's one of the Cajun variety. We just song with a handful of bands. One by the Jimmy C. Newman called The Alligator Man. We went to his memorial in Lafayette, Louisiana, I guess a couple years ago now. Farewell to the Alligator Man. One of his hits.
It's actually in G.
Mm.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Mosquitoes buzzing around my head, Spanish moles for my bed. Very seldom see dry land, 'cause I'm an alligator man. Hunt the gator all night long, sell his hide and then I'm gone. See the pretty bells from Bayou Shandy, love this alligator man. country is my home. From this place I'll never roam. I'm the leader of the den known as the alligator. So people search the world for fame. Finding gators is my game. And the scars on my hands proves I'm an alligator man. Alligator man until I die. And when I marry by and by, pretty little Bill from Bayou Shan will raise an alligator man. Pretty little Bill from Bayou Shan will raise an alligator man. All right, time for some instrumentation changes up. Okay, before we get into the hard part of the set, doing stuff that we've never done before. We kind of did it before. Like, kind of did it just earlier. Mentioned the old granddad earlier. I had a good, relaxed meeting. I mean, no, it wasn't a club. It was just some people doing something. And I mean, if some people do something every week at a specific time, I don't. Does that make it a club? I don't know. Okay. Preparations.
Do you want the Get Joe now?
Yes.
All right.
Ooh. All right. Here's one that a lot of folks have done. They all talk about how it's still relevant. And I think now it is most certainly still relevant. Let's hear a scrump or two.
Hang
Okay.
on. Situated.
Okay.
Face this way. Sorry about the sound imbalance potentially happening right now.
Nah, I think we're good. All right. With the vamp. 1, 2, 3. What's this country coming to? I sure would like to know. If they don't do something by and by, the rich will live and the poor will die. Doggone, the pandemic is on. Unemployment's getting worse every single day. Nothing to eat, no place to sleep. All night long, folks walking the street. Doggone, the pandemic is on. Saw a man this morning walking down the street in his BVDs, no shoes on his feet. You ought to see the women curving in their plaid. They're all saying, what kind of man is that? Oh, doggone, the pandemic is on. All the don't show it in the street, you gotta go. Doggone, the pandemic is on. Some selling apples, some selling pies. They all got a racket of some kind. They're selling socks to support the man. You gotta make it some way, any way you can. Doggone, yeah, the panic is on. Some will play the numbers, some will read your mind. Some selling the gin and rhyme. Some strumming chords off people's feet. You gotta do something to make the ends meet. Or doggone, the pandemic is on. Jewelry, my watch and ring, upon my razor and my gun. So if my luck don't change, there'll be some stealing done. Doggone, the pandemic is on. I said, doggone, the pandemic is on. Well, that went pretty well. Probably move this.
As far as panics and pandemics go.
Yeah, it's going fine. It's going fine. Don't worry about it. It's going fine. Oh, boy.
Well, say I could use some more beer.
Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm going to play a song, or do our best attempt at playing a song. That was written by the St. Louisan Julian H. Miller. He wasn't known for all that much, but he ran a label, I think it was called Manhattan Records in the 78 era. And some band, the Rhinelanders, maybe he was in that band, I don't know, put out 78 with this tune on it, More Beer. Not eventually Fear's More Beer. I mean, that's fine too. But this is More Beer, more commonly known as the